Hello, my name is Abigail Dupes, and I'm in Ron Bishop's Human Communication 101 class. And what I'd like to talk about today is the third project, Communication Despite the Odds. And the exact topic and person I want to talk about is an online teacher, more specifically, my mom, who's been an online teacher for about 6 years, I believe she said. And I actually was an online student, although I never had her in class, obviously. I was an online student, and I want to go over what you could do to communicate towards these students despite the fact that it is over online and not everybody is receptive as in person would be. So if somebody was teaching in a brick and mortar school, what it would be like to transfer teaching to online. So some of the things that I talked about in my interview with my mom, Linda, were techniques that she uses and things that she does so that she can get through to these students that aren't necessarily listening on their computer when they're supposed to be in class or supposed to be writing a paper or finishing an assignment. So some of the things that she does, she said, was making PowerPoints that are interesting and things that the kids would find to be interesting. So like she has readers theater, and sometimes she does fun things like that to get the storyline across. Now she's a sixth grade teacher, so there are certain things that the kids will be more susceptible to that older kids are maybe not as eager to partake in, such as the readers theater. So something that she does is she creates fun things for them to do and makes learning more fun. Even though it's online, she makes sure that they're active and able to participate in the class through Blackboard and being able to do video chat and chat with their fellow students online. So hopefully that gets them to realize this is a real class. They get to communicate with other people, and they get to have that traditional experience of communicating with fellow students in the classroom without being face to face with them. With the older students, I think it's kind of hard because people want to go off and check their social medias. So I think that's something I've noticed too, is that it was really hard to have that temptation there. But I think the fact that my teachers made it interesting and made it interactive really kept me on board. And I think another thing that's really hard that my mom talked about when I interviewed her, I asked her what it was like to deal with the parents, because of course you have in-person parent, teacher conferences and regular schooling, and she just calls them. How do they know whether the parents are being really receptive? Well, some of the ways that they do that is by making goals for the kids and for the parents to both reach instead of just the kids, and making sure that they're calling the parents enough and making sure that the parents are staying informed by logging into the online school account that the kids have instead of just letting the kids log in. I think that's really important. And I think being the product of an online schooling, I did online schooling my entire life from kindergarten up to senior year of high school. And I think when done correctly and when engaged correctly, you can really get this experience that is rich and deeper than most schools that I've encountered have in their programs. So I think it can be a really great thing, even though it's really seems like there's a challenge between online and face to face. There's a big gap between that, and I think that people think there is a big gap, and I think there can be, because unless you're keeping those people engaged, they're just not paying attention. And it's not for everybody, because some people can't sit there and physically look at the screen like that for so long and pay attention. But when there's an engaging teacher and when the student is actively participating, I think that online schooling can be a great way to learn. All right, thank you so much.